I open up the Board of Selectmen's meeting. It is Tuesday, March 21st, 2017. If we could all please stand and pledge our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, so we'll do a quick review of the agenda. It was going to be a manageable agenda with a few items. I think we will be taking a few things off. We have no meeting minutes to approve this evening. Those will be tabled and approved at the next meeting.
Yes.
We have, under invited guests, 6:05 Class 2 public hearing. That, again, will be open and then continued to a future date. At 3.2, we have Mr. Larson from National Grid in front of us with respect to a poll hearing request. Under recognition, I know I have a couple of items.
I have one, sir.
Okay. We will have no manager's report this evening. Under discussion items, we have some resignations of some committee resignations that we need to act on. We will execute a request for special legislation for the DPW director's position and contract as authorized at the November special town meeting. At 6.3, discuss funding request for the men's club for the Patriot Band. Do we want to talk that, or want to pass that? Want to pass over on it? All right, we will pass over 6.3, and we had 6.4 discussing the amendments to the senior workout program. That too will be passed over, as that will need to be enacted at the annual town meeting. Under meeting topic look-ahead, we'll discuss that, and we'll discuss any new business when we come up to it. Have I missed anything?
No, sir.
Okay. So with that said, it is 6:05. I will open up a Class 2 public hearing. This was a public hearing that was opened on January 3rd for a automotive location on Milford Street. We are not doing anything, we are not acting on that hearing this evening, so if there's no other comments or concerns, and this was, again, the public hearing was for discussion for Upton Truck and Auto located at 103C Milford Street. If there's no objections or no comments, that hearing will be continued to April 4th at the same time. Is there any objection to that?
No, sir.
Seeing none, I will close the hearing, and I will continue the Class 2 public hearing for that property to April 4th at the same time. Okay, a little early, but 6:10. Mr. Larson, if I can have you come forward, and I will read, and again, I will open the next public hearing. Open the public hearing, I will read the notice. Please be advised that the Board of Selectmen will be reviewing the petition of Massachusetts Electric Company and Verizon New England, Inc. at Milford Street, pole 62-5, push brace 62-89 to install a new pole 62-5 and push brace 62-89 to serve a new customer at 211-213 Milford Street. Hearing will be held on March 21st, 2017 at 6:10 p.m. at Town Hall, 1 Main Street, room 203. Sandy, this notice has been posted and the abutters have been notified accordingly?
Yes.
Okay. So, Mr. Larson, I will turn it over to you.
Like I said, represented National Grid. Looking for the town's permission to put a public pole, 62-5 and push brace 62-89 to serve the new solar farm that's going in at 211-213 Milford Street. The reason for the new poles is where the current layout of the poles are. I would either have to go over wetlands or go over some terrain that's not suitable for digging. We need to blast and everything like that. At this location, we can just use a regular digger.
And again, to recap, this is the location, it's at the actual corner of 140 and I think Walker Drive. And that-
Nope, this one's the next one down.
Oh, the next one down?
Yes.
Okay,
That big one on the right now.
got it.
is
Okay,
fairly
this is
good.
where the old pistol range used to be,
Correct.
down that area. Yep. Okay. We have all the documentation in front of us. They seem to be submitted accordingly. I would ask, any questions, Gary?
No, sir. You
Okay.
answered them, all, sir.
I think this is pretty straightforward. I don't have any questions, so I would entertain a motion. Or, excuse me, is there any comments or concerns from any abutters or citizens with respect to this? Hearing none, seeing none. I will close the hearing and ask for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to accept National Grid's request to install new pole 62-5 and push brace 62-89 to serve new customers at 211 and 213 Milford Street.
I will second that. Please show that as majority action of the board, since Selectman Fleming is enjoying his time in Chicago right now.
Just did that.
So, again, we miss him, but he'll please have a good time. So please show this majority action of the board. Thank you, Dana, very much.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Okay. Recognition. Gary.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I got a letter of recognition here in front of me from the Hopkins Police Department. And it reads, I would like to extend our sincere thanks to Police Chief Mike Bradley and Officer Nick Palmieri for the response to an incident that took place at the Hopkins and Price Shopper on February 25th. This was a volatile situation involving a barricaded suspect. Both Chief Bradley and Officer Palmieri were instrumental in bringing this dangerous situation to a peaceful resolution. Signed, Chief Edward Lee, Hopkins PD. So,
Very nice, thank you. Thank you, Chief, congratulations, and thank you to your department. I also have 2 items for recognition. Number 1, I would like to congratulate the town of Upton and thank past town manager Blythe Robinson and everybody that assisted in applying for a small grant, small bridge grant from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We were notified, actually, the current town manager got a phone call on his cell phone from the Lieutenant Governor personally to say that Upton has been awarded a $500,000 small bridge grant, which is absolutely outstanding. That grant money will be used to do necessary repairs on the Fowler Street Bridge. So again, congratulations to the town of Upton. Thank the Commonwealth for entertaining our request and giving us these much necessary funds. There is actually the award ceremony was supposed to be last Tuesday, but for those who were in the area last Tuesday we had this small snowstorm that really shut down the state, so that ceremony got postponed. It's actually going to occur actually next Wednesday, March 29th at 2 o'clock at the State House, where Upton, along with other towns and cities, will be recognized with respect to the first municipal small bridge program grant. So again, congratulations and thank everybody for that. Hopefully either one of us will be there for those awards. I also have another letter of recognition that was addressed to Chief Michael Bradley, Upton Police Department, from the National Football League, the NFL. And it wasn't for finding Tom Brady's shirt. I wish I could say that he was instrumental in finding Tom Brady's shirt, but again, it says, Dear Chief Bradley, on behalf of the National Football League, I write to express our appreciation and gratitude to the Upton Police Department for its active participation in anti-counterfeiting enforcement efforts throughout the 2016-2017 NFL season. The support of your office throughout the last year was important to protect the NFL fans from the influx and sale of counterfeit NFL merchandise. We ask that your department kindly pass along our most sincere thanks to each individual officer who participated in this year's enforcement efforts. We would also like to recognize Detective Nick Palmieri and Officer Matt Rankins for their significant contribution and assistance coordinating these anti-counterfeiting investigations. So again, a second commendation and a nice letter to our police department. And we want to recognize them. Please tell them to continue to remain safe and continue the good job they do. So, thank you, Gary, very much, and thank you. So given there is no manager's report this evening, I would go right to discussion items under 6.1. We have in front of us resignation letters. We have one from Ken Pickard, who has requested that he resign from the Upton Personnel Board and from the Upton Opioid Task Force effective March 7th, 2017. We also have a resignation from Ms. Seema Kenny with respect to her request to resign from the Town Manager's Search Committee. We have another request in front of us from Mr. David Scribner, who would also has put forward a request to resign from the Town Manager Screening Committee. And finally, we have another one from Mr. Bob Carnegie with respect to his request to resign from the Town Manager Screening Committee. So, are there any discussions on that?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll entertain a motion.
I'll do Mr. Pickard first, sir.
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we accept Mr. Pickard's resignation from the Upton Personnel Board and the Upton Opiate Task Force effective this evening.
I would second that. Please show that majority action of the board and thank Mr. Pickard for his services on both of those very important committees.
You ready, sir?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we accept Seema Kenny, Dave Scribner, and Bob Carnegie's resignation from the Personnel Search Committee, or correction, Town Manager Search Committee effective this evening.
Second that, and please show that as majority action of the board. And is also my understanding that we have possibly two members that have stepped forward who are interested in filling those positions in the screening committee, and we have reached out to those individuals with respect to filling out an application on those?
That's correct.
Okay, good. So hopefully we can move forward with that. Okay, thank you very much, and thank them all very much for their volunteered services on these committees. Okay, under 6.2, at the November special town meeting, the taxpayers and the voters at that meeting voted in the affirmative to execute special legislation as it pertains to the DPW director and the length in which we can issue him his contract, where in the past we could provide the police chief and the fire chief a 3-year contract, but because of legislation, we can only do the DPW director as a 1-year contract. So this, again, at this November town meeting, taxpayers voted in the affirmative, and which will allow us to execute a request for special legislation to offer the DPW director a 3-year contract. So, any questions, comments, concerns?
No, sir.
Okay, I want to entertain a motion.
Do we,
I thought you made a motion already.
To do, well, I mean, do we need to make a motion on this, or?
We'll just approve sending in the letter.
Okay,
somebody make a motion to send a letter?
go ahead. Doesn't, never hurts to make a
Now that
motion.
you have now that you have the legislation,
Okay. Make a motion, send the letter.
Go.
with the legislation,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman, I motion the Board of Selectmen send their letter to the State Senator for the request to change Chapter 263, Act 1989, section, by changing the town man, or no, by changing the DPW directors from 3 years, from a 1-year to a 3-year salary. Is that what you want?
contract, yeah.
Contract.
Yep, second that, please show that's majority action of the board. Thank you. Okay, 6.3, the men's club request has been passed over, and will be tabled to a future meeting. And 6.4, again, will be removed from the agenda because it does require town meeting action on that. So, that is it. That's all I have for discussion items on the meeting topic look-aheads. I do know that the men's club will be coming forward at one of the April meetings to discuss a beautification plan they have for our Main Street, or Route 140. It's tough to call a state highway Route 140 our Main Street. I wish we had our own private little Main Street, but you know, they'll be coming in front of us to do a beautification request on that. And any other
I
topic?
have a meeting top, look at, I was talking to Chief Bradley the other day.
Yep.
And with the amount of road races getting, starting to happen in town, he's worried about his budget being able to fund all the police details. So he would like to come and talk to us about maybe either charging for police details or finding other funding sources.
Okay.
Very good.
Bob, you have any comments, questions, or concerns on anything? before I
No,
go?
I'll speak to the chief on that. Thursday, we have interviews for police officers, and
Okay.
I'll be meeting with the chief and can discuss that a little bit
It's
further.
on the ballot, so it's a very good request, so. Okay, under new business, I think we have one item.
Yeah, I just have one item. There's a bunch of town residents getting together for Earth Day beautification. They're holding it April 15th from 10:30 to 12:30. You can go online and sign up, but I'm not really sure how you use this website. So if you go out on Facebook and search Upton Cleanup Day or Laura Wall
I think it's on Upton Daily too.
or Upton Daily.
I believe it is on Upton
Yeah.
Daily, yes.
So if anybody would like to volunteer, you can just log online and select which street you would like to participate on.
What day was that, April 15th?
Saturday, April 15th from 10:30 to 12:30. They're meeting at the VFW. in,
Okay. Fantastic, thank you. Any other new business?
No, sir.
Okay. Any new business? I would open up to the board, open up to the audience for anything. Seeing none, hearing none. I want to, see how quick when Selectman Fleming is not here, see how quick we can fly through these meetings? Don't tell him I said that. Oh, I'm sorry. But with that said, I would make a motion to adjourn at 6:16.
Second, sir.
This is record.
Please show that as majority action of the board. Thank you all very much. Have a great evening.
So I found this